Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into a whole collection of reports, social media snippets, deeper research too, all focused on recent tech developments out of China.
That's right. We're looking at early 2025 stuff.
And our mission really is to try and understand what's actually going on, what it might mean for you.
Yeah, separating signal from noise. And what jumps out immediately is this sense of, well, momentum.
Momentum.
The sources we have suggest a really rapid, maybe even strategically focused transformation happening, almost like a golden age of innovation over there.
Okay, let's pin that down. First up, connectivity. We saw posts, news reports too, about China launching its first 10G broadband network in Sunan County.
Yes, using 50 GPON technology, the speeds are pretty remarkable, nearly 10 gigabits per second download.
At gigs and upload.
Around 1 Gbps upload, and the latency is tiny, just 3 milliseconds, they claim.
Wow. So what does that actually mean for, everyday use?
Well, think about downloading a huge file, maybe 20 GBP, done in under 20 seconds. Streaming 8K video, VR, AR, all much smoother, obviously.
Right. But maybe more importantly, it's the foundation, isn't it? For things like advanced AI needing real-time data, complex robotics, autonomous vehicles communicating instantly.
So it enables the next wave of tech, basically.
Pretty much. And the claim is this puts them ahead in rolling out commercial-grade 10G networks.
Okay, significant. Let's shift gears a bit. Military tech. We saw an X post mentioning an AI drone for infantry, launching 35mm grenades.
Yeah, saw that one. But then, digging into the research snippets, we get a slightly different picture.
How so?
The research talks more about an AI-powered flying grenade. Think hand grenade capability, explosive charge of maybe a few tens of grams, not quite 35mm rounds.
Oh, okay, so a discrepancy there.
A potential discrepancy, yeah. But the underlying trend seems consistent. AI integration into military UAVs, reconnaissance and strike drones, autonomous capabilities.
So even if it's not 35mm grenades specifically, the move towards AI-driven autonomous weapons is definitely happening. That seems to be the clear direction, yes. Autonomous search and destroy capabilities are mentioned. It raises, big questions about automated warfare.
Definitely. Moving to something maybe less alarming, smart infrastructure. Driverless tower cranes at an airport.
Right, Ximenshang, an international airport, using 5G, apparently.
And does it work? Is it just a gimmick?
The research actually backs this up. It talks about remote operation leading to a roughly 15% efficiency boost.
15%, that's not trivial.
Not at all. And improved safety, too, through real-time monitoring platforms like Yunzu Zillion.
So it's part of that broader trend we're seeing. Smart factories, delivery robots.
Exactly. Integrating tech for efficiency and safety across industries.
Okay. Now, lasers.
Yeah.
There was a pretty bold claim from the chairman of Huagong Tech.
Oh.
It said something like, China's progress in lasers over the last 10 years equals 30 years in the West.
That is bold, but again, there's some substance here, according to the research.
Yes.
Huagong Tech developed laser welding for car bodies. Apparently, this ended their reliance on imports for that specific tech and slashed costs by over 40%.
40% cost reduction, wow.
And speed, too. They mentioned welding a whole new energy vehicle body in just 43 seconds.
Incredible.
Plus, China's now apparently leading the development of the first international standard for the laser industry. And their laser equipment exports are growing fast, like 35% annually in international markets.
So it's a real case study in, overcoming tech dependence, building self-reliance.
Seems that way, yes. A significant shift in that field.
Right, from industrial lasers to floating cars. Is that real? BYD.
Ha! Yeah, it sounds wild, doesn't it? But the info checks out. It's the BYD Yangwang U8 SUV.
And it actually floats.
It has what they call an emergency floating mode. It can apparently move slowly, like 3 kilometers in water for up to 30 minutes.
For emergencies only, I assume. Not for, weekend boating.
Definitely emergencies. It automatically closes windows, raises the suspension, turns on internal air circulation, opens the sunroof for escape. It's a safety feature, a unique one.
Very unique. Okay, lastly, and this one sounds pretty intense, reports of China testing a non-nuclear hydrogen bomb.
Yeah, that description is attention-grabbing. The research clarifies it a bit.
Go on.
It's a 2-kilogram device developed by CSSC's 705th Research Institute. The key thing isn't necessarily the blast pressure, which might be a bit weaker than TNT, but the heat.
Heat.
Extreme heat. A fireball over 1,000 degrees Celsius sustained for more than 2 seconds. That's much longer than conventional explosives.
So the effect is different. Burns longer, hotter.
Exactly. Capable of melting aluminum alloys, for instance. The thinking seems to be potential use against high-value targets where intense, prolonged heat is effective.
Okay, so less boom, more burn, basically.
Kind of, yeah. A different type of conventional weapon focusing on thermal effects.
Right, so pulling all this together, ultra-fast internet, AI drones, smart cranes, advanced lasers, floating cars, new types of explosives. It's quite a range.
It really is. Across multiple sectors, you see this push. The sources paint a picture of a very dynamic, very ambitious innovation landscape.
A concerted effort, you said earlier.
Seems like it. With definite implications for global competition and for the kinds of technologies you'll be interacting with down the line.
So thinking about all this rapid progress, this variety, what other tech barriers that seem impossible today might actually fall in the next few years? And, maybe more importantly, how will those breakthroughs reshape our daily lives and, well, the global power balance?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Something for you to think about. That's all for this deep dive.